What's up, boys and girls? My name's Brandon. This is Abby. Today we're going to talk about The Gallows. We saw it last night at a theater. I'm going to go ahead and start off and just give my score out of 5. I'm going to give it a 3.5. I think it's really good, but I've got a couple things I want to talk about. But if that's all you want is a number so you can go see it or go see something else, go check it out. It's worth a see.
And I rate on an entirely different scale because I do what I want, and I give it a 3.9 to infinity because I thought it was really good and a refreshing horror movie, finally. And I'd even wager to say it's one of the better horror movies that I've seen this year.
I got really motion sick. That's my biggest complaint, is it's found footage. It's found footage, so you get some shakiness here and there. It's not as bad as Cloverfield, and it's... No.
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah. It's not as bad as Cloverfield, but it's better than Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Right? Or vice versa.
No, you had it right the first two times.
It's not super shaky, but it's noticeable. You're not going to throw up, you'll just get a headache. At least I will, because I'm sensitive and I'm a big baby.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I thought it was a smidge predictable. Abby doesn't agree. I watched so many movies, it's unreal, that I just felt like I might have seen similar things here and there in other movies, but it shakes you up at the end, and it's definitely worth the ride, and it's nice. It's good to see.
Yeah. My cons, I don't know if I really have any cons, but I wouldn't say that everything is great. I don't watch a lot of movies like Brandon does. I get bored very easily with movies. I'm more of a reader, but I do watch horror movies. Horror is the only genre other than documentary and true crime that I watch. So, the horror, I thought it was refreshing. It kept me entertained. I didn't know where it was going, unlike Brandon, who seems to think he can predict movies. I didn't know, and I write for a living. I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know who was the bad guy. I didn't know what was the bad guy. I thought it was really well developed.
Yeah, it's good. It's a new idea.
Mm-hmm.
So basically a plot outline is a play goes wrong in 1993 and somebody dies. 20 years later, the play is redone at the school in sort of an anniversary style show or what have you, and stuff goes awry. Awry? Rye bread. It's good. It's all shot through either a handheld camera, or cell phone cameras and some security cameras, I think.
Sort of like, there's a camera in the tech booth in the theater. I don't know if you're not a theater kid, you might not understand, but the tech booth has a camera set to stage so they can sort of record their practices and see what's going on. So they have just a few tech booth shots.
Yeah, a lot of it's handheld, like not the main character, but I would say the second main character, one of the friends, is filming everything through his main camera, and then they use cell phone cameras here and there. So it's all point of view or selfie style filming, which is why I was a little motion sick. But if you can get past that, or if it doesn't bother you at all, it's actually a really good movie. I just had to dock it points because I was so sick.
And as someone who doesn't get motion sick from that kind of thing, I think the transition between each device is pretty cool. And sometimes it would rewind. Like the guy who had the handheld camera, if they were separated, when it switched over to the cell phone footage, it would sort of rewind like 30 seconds. So you could see what happened with the people who had the cell phone. And all the transitions, in my opinion, were done really well because I think in a lot of found footage movies, you're like, why do they have cameras? Why aren't they using their cell phones? Why are they using their cell phones? The Gallows did a really good job with integrating technology into it. And I've mentioned this before with Brandon, but I think it is up there with The Den. I don't know if anyone has seen The Den, but Brandon did a Q review on it. Link that in the bottom.
It'll be down in the doobly-doo.
But I think it did a really good job of, like The Den, integrating technology and just making it a quality 21st century horror movie.
Yeah, it wasn't a cop-out. I've read in some interviews or video interviews I've watched where directors say that with modern technology, they either have to make a period film or act like it doesn't exist, or, oh, they dropped their phone and it's broken, just stuff like that. So the fact that they could integrate this so well in the story and make it seem that it could happen or it's believable. It was made really well, and you'll enjoy it. I would say this is a watch in theater movie, and definitely a buy on Blu-ray when it comes out. I feel like this is probably gonna hit Netflix in a couple years.
I mean, everything eventually hits Netflix.
Yeah, I feel like
hole.
it's very social media driven movie between Vine and Twitter and Tumblr and all those types of things that I think it's going to hit the streaming services, and the big social media push kind of helped me enjoy it a little more.
How did you feel about the actual horror part of it? Because we have not talked about that at all.
It's not a traditional horror movie. I'm a big fan of traditional, but it was a good horror movie. And it's not so much of a... It's more of a psychological kind of build-up, and then a climax, and then it goes down, and then another build-up, and...
I mean, that's how stories are supposed to progress.
Yes, it worked well. It felt new, but it still had a nice formula that you could enjoy.
One of the reasons that I liked it, and I'm not sure this is why it was refreshing for me, but there wasn't any gore. And there was violence in the fact that there were hangings in the movie. That's one of the plot parts of the movie.
Spoilers.
But other than that, there's not a lot of violence in it. And I'm not saying that I love violence, I love gore, I love death, I'm all about that. But in horror movies, it seems like sometimes it's so dependent on, this is just like, it's just gore, and it's just very in your face. And with the Gallows, it wasn't in your face, but it did have jump scares, which I personally like. I think those are great tactics to use in horror. And there's no nudity as well, so
yeah, it's definitely a very, very soft R. It could even be a hard PG-13, but with the disturbing imagery and some things that I thought about throughout the night, just some bothersome images.
I was like this watching the movie.
I
was like,
wouldn't take your kids.
Yeah.
But if you're our ages, you're in your 20s or, college age, it's good. Go see it, honestly. Everybody should go check it out. I'm going to use my hand. I like it. Go see it. But if you're younger or you don't have an ID because you're not of age, don't watch it because it's rated for a reason. I think I'm good. I think I've talked a little much and rambled and...
That's what we do.
All that, yeah,
We should name this, Rambling Reviews.
That's a possibility. Anyway, 3.5, 3.9999999.
What's up? I don't know math.
Okay. No one's gonna watch this. I'm sorry. I love you guys so much. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment if you see it or if you didn't see it. If you did, though, tell me what you thought about it. Hit the button, subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and you will see more of these videos with the lighting and the scenery and the people and the talking.
Hey, wait.
Oh, God.
Buy my books. I'm an author.
I'll put a link down below to buy Ab's books. It helps us out a ton.
I'm an angel and I like coffee.
It's how we pay our bills. So, give us some love down there. I will put Twitter links, the Den Review, Amazon, books. Is there anything else?
That's it.
Nope. Okay. Thank you so much for watching.